Here we go then, boys and girls. The biggest game in the history of this football club, followed by the next three biggest games in the history of this football club. If we win the next four games, the final four games of the season, we'll win the Premier League. Hello and welcome to part 166 of Backing the Boro. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have two massive games. We're at home against Manchester City and then away against Watford, both in the Premier League. We're into our final four games of the season. We've got two today, two tomorrow. We must win them all, but the most must win them all of them that we must win is this first one against Manchester City, because realistically they are the team chasing us. This is what the league table looks like. We're on 34 games played, 73 points. Man City have a game in hand on us and are 1 point behind. And then we've got a game in hand on both Man United and Wolves, who are 3 points behind us. So it's slowly shifting towards a two-horse race between us and Man City. We're all already qualified for the Champions League because no one else has challenged us as a four. So it's been a fantastic season regardless of where in that top four we finish. But if we can beat Manchester City in this first game, we go 4 points clear of them with 3 games to play. They'll still have a game in hand, but we're 4 points clear of them. And we'll be, 6 points clear of Man United and Wolves with 3 games to play. We'll be going into that Watford game knowing a win and we're pretty much champions. That's how big this game is, and this is the team that we're putting out there to play it. And the big news is Nuhu is I wouldn't say he's fallen out of favour, but Fernandes has been brilliant. If you look at our recent run of form, we did have the one slip up against Newcastle. Other than that, it has been wins since you last saw us. But look who's scoring every game. How do I not play him when he's scoring every single game? So Fernandes does get the nod with Nuhu starting from the bench. So it's Vucic in goal, a back four of Joksimovic, Brodic, Riper and Cutler, with Wanda, Hayes and Caminero in midfield, and Fernandes in behind Kerr and Jones. Jones is still the top scorer in England, and Kerr's not actually that far behind him. I know I give Kerr a lot of stick, but he's actually not doing too badly. He is scoring goals. You just don't notice him because he doesn't do it in spectacular lumps the way Fernandes has recently, the way Jones just gets hat-tricks and things. Kerr just weighs in with a goal every couple of games, and you don't really notice that he's accumulating so many, but he's over 20 goals for the season now, Kieran Kerr. So perhaps I just need to stop picking on him because he also creates a lot of chances as well. I like the fact that we're going into this game with both Erhan and Nuhu there on the bench if we need them. We have been playing the 4-3-2-1 and even the 4-3-3 strikerless we played against Liverpool in the last game. It was 1-1 with 20 minutes to go, and we actually ended up taking both strikers off and playing a front three of attacking midfielders of Erhan, Nuhu and Fernandes, and they were impressive. It's the second time we've torn Liverpool apart with a strikerless system. Liverpool just don't seem to like it. We scored 7 goals against Liverpool last season playing a 4-3-3 strikerless. So if we feel that we need it, we will use it. But obviously, I've just explained how Jones and Kerr have 45 goals between them this season. It would be a little bit harsh in the biggest game in the club's history to then say, you know what, we're not going to play any strikers. So here is Kerr, space to run into, and that is poor. That's why I give Kerr stick, because he misses so many chances. Yes, he's scoring a decent number of goals, but he does miss some easy chances. If he was a clinical finisher in situations like that, with the other goals he weighs in with as well, he'd be a 40-goal-a-season striker. Fernandes has been very quiet so far. I wonder if this might be a game that we need Nuhu's experience and ability just to stick it in the top corner from pretty much anywhere in the opposition half. Wanda, forward to Kerr. Kerr can't really keep control of it, and it's a big ball over the top, and we need Vucic to come for this, and he hasn't. In fact, he held his ground well and made the save. There's a little yellow school bus in an empty car. I'm surprised the car park is empty for the biggest game in the club's history. It's a 31,000 capacity stadium here at the Tom Elliott Arena, but apparently everyone comes by bus. That one bus, probably. It just shuttles back and forth all day long. Cutler with the free kick into Hayes. A goal just before half time would be very useful. And it's Fernandes who's in and he scores again. It's 5 games in a row that Fernandes has grabbed a goal, and that could be the most important goal in the history of Nuneaton. That, and what a finish it was as well. He's just completely alive to the opportunity and just sticks it into the back of the net. We have a new hero in the shape of Fernandez. I'm already regretting referring to him as a panic buy. He was a well-considered player who was the missing piece of the jigsaw, clearly. And we're 1-0 up at half-time, and I'm getting a little bit excited, and I need to chill out and calm down. Because as it stands at the moment, with 3 games to go, we're 4 points clear of the team we're playing right now, Manchester City, and 6 points clear of Man United, who we've still got to play, and Wolves. If we can hold on to this scoreline, we've got to start believing, surely. Jones has been very quiet today. Kerr has been quiet. I mean, no one's having a particularly good game on either team. It's been a very scrappy affair. No one's really standing out as having a good performance, but who cares? We're ahead. Right, we are going to take off Jones and bring on Nuhu and just drop straight into this system that we've got so used to using now. I think we've even got it trained. Is that? No. I was sure on one of these I had it trained. Oh yeah, it's on that one. But we'll just shuffle it around. So we are actually changing it. Training it even. Knew who's going to be the guy on support because he's so very good at it. And we're also going to take off Ashley Hayes and bring on Jim McAllister in the midfield. Hayes not had a good game, already on a yellow card. McAllister can just sit there in the middle of the midfield and hopefully do what Jim McAllister does and not let us down. That's basically Jim McAllister's motto. I won't let you down. I'll never be spectacular. I also won't let you down, boss. Right. I think I'm going to go to my front 3. We're going to take off Kieran Kerr. I want you to see this in action because when it works, it does look spectacular. So we want Nuhu in the middle of the 3 because he's the best finisher. And we literally do that. Attacking midfielders, all of them on attack. Don't change anything else about the tactic. And we control the midfield and the 3 of them all burst forward and get into attacking positions. It just looks very special when it works. This is where Man City are going to go and grab a goal and I'll be all sad. And we won't get to see the attacking system in all its wonder. Right, but I mean, that was... Yikes, just kick the ball clear. Somebody, I know you're a ball-playing defender, but goodness me, there's a time and a place. It's the 90th minute. Just lump the ball forward. I know there's no strikers to lump it at, but lump it all the same. Brodic, you know how to lump it. There you go, that's why I love Patrick Brodic. That was poor, though, from Fernandez, and we're giving City a lot of possession, but here's Nuhu, plays Fernandez in, hands alongside him. Fernandez just finishes it off, though, in the 92nd minute. Jose Antonio Fernandez. Who knew he was going to end up being the hero of the season with this run of goal-scoring form that he's in? Nuhu's inspirational... No, Nuhu made it, is what I'm trying to say. But what a finish from Fernandez. And he has scored 2 incredibly important goals in this game. He almost just grabbed a third as well. But it's 2-0 up with 20 seconds left on the clock. Nuhu to take the corner. And the cross comes in. And, I mean, we're just playing for time now. Caminero... Out to Nuhu. Have we got time for a third? A third would be really rubbing it in because we haven't played that well. We've just been efficient. There's McAllister not letting us down in midfield. Plays it across to Caminero. Nuhu. Wanda. This is where we just control possession. So many players in the midfield. Erhan. Wanda. Fernandez. Wanda. Erhan. Nuhu maybe. Coupler. It's brilliant. I know it's a little bit glitchy and a little bit exploity. Not so much as last year, I don't think, is it? The strikerless, but who cares? We're Nuneaton and we might be about to win the league. We've got to be favourites to win the league at this point. Let's not bottle it against Watford. Just one change for the Watford game then. We're bringing McAllister into the midfield, dropping Hayes back down to the bench. Jim McAllister never lets us down. I believe we've talked about this previously. Let's just get into the game. Oh, I'm so afraid that we're about to bottle it after such a good performance against Manchester City. You've all been watching long enough now to know that this is where it goes wrong. Yes, I've just won Manager of the Month as well, which, you know, curses and all that. If, and this is a big if, we win today, we're then 6 points clear of Manchester United with 2 games to play, one of which is against Manchester United. We'll be 7 points clear of Manchester... McAllister's just got himself sent off after 10 minutes. Oh my word. Jim McAllister never lets us down. Oh, God. Right. We're just going to play on with a two-man midfield because I can't sacrifice Fernandes the form he's in. And we do need to win. I cannot believe what has just happened. My word. I hate this game sometimes. I don't want to see your stupid replay. Of all the things that could happen, it just feels so scripted sometimes. Fernandes with the corner, doesn't beat the first man. It falls to Joksimovic. Wanda to Fernandes. Penalty, anyone? No? No, apparently not. And Caminero nods down to Wanda, but we're being absolutely overrun in midfield. They've got a 5-man midfield. We've got a 2-man midfield. I think we might have to sacrifice a striker and bring an extra midfielder on. We've got Ashley Hayes on the bench. It seems like such a negative thing to do when we're 1-0 down, especially when we don't have another striker to bring on. I almost did it there. I paused to do it and just backed out of it. I can't be that negative. I just don't have it in me. Ripert's getting sent off now as well. Oh my word. What is happening? We're down to 9 men in the first half. We don't even have another centre-back to bring on. Kerr's going to come off. Sanchez is going to have to play centre-back. This is ridiculous. I'm lost for words. I mean, talk about sweeping highs and lows in one video. Sheesh. Wanda now to Caminero. We're still only 1-0 down, remember. Wanda. Caminero. I don't understand. Fernandes. Out to Joksimovic. Cross comes into Jones, who grabs an equaliser. Who cares that we only need 9 men? What is going on? You couldn't write this stuff. My word. It's a lovely, lovely cross from Joksimovic. We talked about this a couple of episodes ago. He really, really has come into his own this season, Joksimovic. Unbelievably, still doesn't get called up to the Serbia national team, despite being the best left-back in the Premier League. I thought we'd already had half-time. Okay, so we go in 1-1 at half-time, but with only 9 men. It is going to be such a tall order. Because remember, not only are we down to 9 men, we played on Thursday, and it's Saturday now. This team are already tired, and now they're having to work extra hard to take account of the fact that somebody let them down. Oh. Where are Watford in the league? Watford are mid-table. I mean, if we can snatch a win out of this game, that means we're destined to do it. Our name is on the trophy if we still win. If we win this game, the way it's gone, that's it. We're there. Caminero plays Joksimovic into Wanda. Fernandes. Oh, I was so convinced he was going to score again, and he's fouled. Finally, we win a free kick, and we don't even get to see it. Who's going to be coming on in a minute for Fernandes. Fernandes hasn't played well today, and he's already on a yellow card. Who needs to get on the pitch. We need his experience and his leadership more than anything. So Nuhu on for Fernandes. This is the moment for Nuhu to just 88th minute stick one of his free kicks into the top corner the way only he can. Coupler forward to Jones, who is working incredibly hard today. Is there anyone in the middle? It was Fernandes, of course it was. He's still on the pitch. Wanda can't get there, and now Watford have played a big ball over the top because they have extra players. They're actually cheating with extra players on the pitch. And goodness me, are we going to make a final change? I don't know what to do. Caminero's shattered. We have got Ashley Hayes. I mean, that's probably a sensible sort of... He probably shouldn't be a Caminero. We should probably make this into a real midfield. I don't really want them both to be deep-lying playmakers, although I guess just having them both sit there, play the ball forward for those two isn't the worst thing in the world. So, 20 minutes to try and find a winner. Joksimovic, I think, has picked up a suspension as well, 10th yellow card of the season. It is going to be a makeshift team in the next game, which is the Manchester United game, effectively the title decider. And we're going to have 3 players suspended now. At least Brodic might be as well. Or Jim McAllister has let us down today, everybody. That was his last chance. Right. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock. Joksimovic heads forward, but he is the only man who can chase it. And he is. How on earth has he got the energy to do that? And I mean, we're just shattered. Everyone is spent. Sanchez has spent half this game playing as a centre-back. He's probably never played centre-back in his life before. We've still got 3 players in their half. It's Joksimovic again. Plays it forward to Wanda. Over the top to Nuhu. We've got a man over, but it's Nuhu. Oh, straight at the keeper. Of all the men you would want in that position, he is the one that you want there. And Vujicic just makes a massive save with a minute to go. It was offside anyway. 30 seconds left. In the circumstances, a draw is not a disaster here. A defeat would be. Man City, if they win all their games, will still win the league. That's the horrible situation we've got ourselves into with this, unless we can stick this in here. But we're not going to. And in fact, we just need to make sure we don't concede. And it's Sanchez. What a performance he's had at centre-back today. And Jones is trying to chase, but he's not going to get there. It finishes 1-1. What a spectacular mess that was. Let's just have a little look at the league. We need to examine the league situation and work out what we've just done, what Jim McAllister has just done. That man doesn't let us down, apparently. I mean, that wasn't a thing. I started saying that today. Oh. Right. League table. So we're 4 points clear of United. We play them next. If we beat them, we definitely finish above them. Wolves with 6 points clear with better goal difference. We're definitely going to finish above them. The one we need to worry about is Man City, because they're 5 points behind us with 2 games in hand. Let's have a look. When do they? So they're playing one at 5:30 today against Bournemouth, who are bottom. So they're going to win that one. We're just going to leave them 2 points behind us with a game in hand. Who do they then play next? Away against Norwich, who are mid-table-ish. I mean, that's one we can cross our fingers for. That's when we play Man United. City play Everton the next day. And then last day of the season, we're away against Everton. City are at home against Middlesbrough. It's gonna be tight, but we have to believe. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for Football Manager stuff. I don't remember how to do this anymore. I'm flustered. I'm absolutely flustered. I'm also distracted by every time I look at this screen, I see that Nogueira is scoring goals for fun for Southampton and wondering what might have been. Oh, thank you very much for watching.